the stadium. Set to return. It's Chuba Hubbard. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, the high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
That one only good for a couple. It's second down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Young working from the gun. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this third down play. They'll send a receiver left. On third down, it's Young. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They send the tight end in motion. Darnold looking to throw. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here on first down. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Now Darnold off the play action. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First down from the 42. Play fake, Darnold. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route. and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. And he dodged the tackle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
1st and 10. Darnold finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Line up the design keeper. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
On 1st down, they'll run. It's inside the 10. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They'll go play action. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
Blown back into the handoff. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forwards and an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
1st down, and they go right back to it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the gun, Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have a great first drive and get the game's first points.
Seahawks.
And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Trevor Etienne to return this. Escapes a defender. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Motioning the tight end now. Out of the gun, Young. Steps up and he's running with it. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, the field opened up, and he simply takes off. Even in today's NFL, where dual-threat quarterbacks are everywhere, it's not often a guy can rip off a run like that.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
McMillan coming in motion right. This time it's a passing play. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. Room inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Has a hole left, room to run. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 7.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hubbard with a return here. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Carolina offense headed out now. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Young to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Panthers first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Downfield, and he's got McMillan. To the house, touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Shaheed now to return. Jukes away from one. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Man in motion, out of the slot. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
To the left and pulled in by Kupp. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
A gain of 14.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a second-quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 14.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Hubbard with a return here. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they have him down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going play action. Young. He can run it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for our Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And plenty of hang time on this one. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. A throw right side, finds Cup. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Complete to Rashid Shaheed. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
5 still to go here. This is second down. And again, it's Darnold. Middle of the field, and he's got Shaheed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down from the 42. Throwing it again here. Barner's got it. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 35-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Completed to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He takes it himself. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It's a 38-yard look here. Myers' kick is good, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get 1 final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing here just before halftime. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the...
Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. He dodged the tackle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Seattle.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First and 10, Darnold. Bokin isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Darnold with a quick pass out wide. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Young. Complete out to the right. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Young on the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And they're on him to send him out right right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Here's a give to Hubbard. No question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. They run again with Hubbard. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Hubbard again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down. From the red zone now. And set the screen. It's Hubbard. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Young working from the gun. It's caught by Hubbard. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
A 36-yard attempt.
Fitzgerald sends this through, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Running back sent in motion. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. Up the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. They try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Design quarterback run here. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Connection made to Shaheed. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seahawks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Cut out left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Next, Bokin on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Panthers 17. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is ETN. Escapes the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers set to take the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Up the middle, Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now it's Young. The left side, Sanders has it. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the 1st.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Young's going to sneak it. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Here's Young to throw. McMillan on the slant. He has room past the 25. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 37. That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But and that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Hubbard throwing this up the gut. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Young. And he's got it. Has a way out for it for touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Bronx. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Here's Young to the line now. His guys going for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. Jukes away from one. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Now a give on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. He's got Shaheed. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Back to throw it. As the open man downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks lead by 15 now.
38, Panthers 23.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is ETN. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Panthers and Teteroa McMillan taking over once again. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap now to Young. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Might shift to the run here. 3rd and inches. Now to throw. Into the hands of Leggett. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Again, it's Young. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
The clock has fallen into its final minutes. Here comes 2nd and 10. To the air yet again. Young. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
The Seahawks returning their offense and this running back to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Here's a design run. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Charlotte.